Okay guys, I've got a tech tip for you today. When you're putting a new clutch and slave and throwout bearing in your, Corvette, Camaro, LS1, whatever, anything that's got a T56 GM car, you're supposed to measure the clearance between your throwout bearing and the clutch fingers, and then if need be, you have to shim your slave cylinder to get the, if the gap's too big, you have to shim the slave cylinder to get it closer to the clutch. So what you're going to do is I've got a combination square and a set of calipers, and what you're going to do is first you have to take the spring out of your slave cylinder. So you take that out so that you can easily bottom the throwout bearing all the way down. So you take the spring out, you put your bearing back on, and you push that down as far as it'll go. And this is actually going to be your measurement B, but this one's easier to do, so I did this one first. So this is measurement B, and then what you're going to do is you're going to come in here and you're going to put your combination square, put it flat on the throwout bearing all the way across, get it as nice as you can, and then you're going to open up your calipers, and you're just going to measure the distance between there, and you're going to do it a few times and check it. And I did mine a few times earlier, and I was coming up with an average of about 2.4 inches. So let's see what we get right now. Well, that one, I think I bumped it. So you get this, I don't know, I checked it a few times, but you'll have to play with it. It's not an exact science, but I was getting like 2.4 earlier. Right now I'm getting about 2.3. So it's pretty close. I mean, there's some things that have play or whatever, but it depends on how you hold your calipers and stuff. But right now I'm getting about 2.28, 2.3. Earlier I was getting 2.4, so not a huge variance. But you're going to take that and you're going to write it down. So for me, I wrote down 2.4. So then, once you have that measurement, you're going to come out down here and you're going to get measurement A. And you slide under the car. So for me, I got under here. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing. But you take this and you flip this around. You're going to lay this across here, and remember, you're going to have to remove the thickness of this ruler, or your straight edge, whatever you got. Mine happens to be, it's like 0.08, I think, is what I had on this. So you're going to have to remove the thickness of your straight edge or ruler, and then you're going to come in here, you're going to run this down until it touches the highest point of the fingers on the pressure plate, and you're going to have to do it a couple times, but I did it a few times, so I'm getting 2.6, which I don't think that was like a real good, it might not have been a perfect one, but anyways, that's what you're going to do. You're going to come through there and you're going to take that measurement, and then whatever that measurement is, subtract the thickness of this straight edge. That's going to make a big difference. Don't forget to do that. So you take those two numbers and what you're looking for. So earlier when I did mine, I had measurement B here that we just took a minute ago. I had 2.40, and then my measurement A under the car, I had 2.52 after I accounted for the thickness of my ruler. So I had 2.52 minus 2.40, that gives you 0.120. The spec you're looking for on this, you're looking for a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch max. If it's over an 1/8 of an inch, you're going to have to figure out the difference, that you have over an 1/8, and then you're going to have to get on, like, I know Tick Performance sells shims for the slave cylinder. So in my case, I had 0.120, which is under an 1/8 of an inch, so I don't need a shim. So that works out pretty good. But, there's variances in clutches, flywheels, slaves, torque tubes, whatever. So yours might be you know, tighter or looser than mine, but it's worth checking, because especially if it's too tight, you can then, you know, basically your throwout bearing is not going to be able to take all the pressure off of the pressure plate. So you're always, if it's too tight, you're always going to have pressure on your throwout bearing, and it's going to wear this bearing out faster than it should. So I just wanted to show a video, because I think that a lot of people probably don't check that, don't know that they're supposed to check it. It's just, I have a feeling, you know, most people just throw it together, and if the gap's too big, especially if you're on a stock clutch master cylinder, you're going to lose throw, so the clutch isn't going to release all the way, and that can cause, you know, missed shifts, grinding problems, dragging clutch, whatever, you know, hard time getting it into first, hard time getting into reverse, and if it's too tight, it's going to tear your bearing up quickly. So I think this is something that it just takes a couple minutes to do. I think it could make a big difference if yours is, you know, out of spec and it needs a shim, or, you know, something needs changed. So I just wanted to show you how to do it and just make you guys aware of that, and then maybe down the road it'll help you out, maybe make your car shift a little better. So, alright guys, well, that was my quick tech tip. I tried to make it short and sweet for you. If you have any questions or, you know, comments, maybe how I could do it better, let me know. But thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like. I appreciate when you guys do that. Thanks.